Welcome to Residential Property, the Wright Way.
Hello, and welcome to this episode of the Residential Property Podcast. I am Tony, and I'm here with Dion and Fern to introduce you to us as the team within the Residential Property Department. We wanted to create this podcast series to introduce ourselves so that you know who you're dealing with. We will obviously get to know you throughout the course of the transaction, but you won't know us, so we wanted to introduce ourselves. Also, we thought that there were some topics that would be of some interest to you. For example, we're doing a podcast on the changes that are coming into stamp duty land tax in April. We'll be doing a podcast about source of funds and ID and the processes that you would go through or that we deal with specifically within a sale and purchase and things like that. So we hope that you find our podcast series very interesting and informative. With that in mind, I'm going to pass you over to Dion. She calls herself the CEO of our department, but she is actually the glue that keeps us all together. So, hi Dion, over to you.
Thanks, Tony. Hi, I'm Dion. I am an executive assistant within the residential property department. I'm probably the person that you are going to speak to the most. I deal with initial client contact, estimates, the onboarding process, which includes ID and form completion. Previously, I was a personal assistant in the wealth management sector, and prior to that, mortgages. So I've brought my love of property and changed my career direction into law. Specifically, what I love doing the most about my job is being super organised, speaking with clients, and I pride myself in attention to detail and doing the best for our clients at Wright Hassel.
Yeah, and I should say clients really do love speaking to you. Sometimes they like to speak to you more than they like speaking to us, actually. So,
yes, that's true.
I'm Fern. I'm a licensed conveyancer in the team. We are quite a new team, but I've been doing conveyancing for quite a long time. I've been conveyancing since around 2013. Not as long as Tony, as she'll tell you in a minute. But mate, I fell into conveyancing sort of by accident and then ended up falling in love with it. I love getting transactions through to completion. It's a real gift, and I've also done a couple of years working as a general legal advisor, so I've got a bit of background knowledge in things to do with land and agriculture, which I can bring into my current role, especially where people are buying property with land attached as well. And yeah, I love the same as Dion, really. I love building that relationships with clients, and being able to tell people at the end that they can go and collect their keys is just really lovely to do. And what about you, Tony?
Well, you said you haven't been doing it for quite as long as me, and that's true. I've been qualified now for 26 years, which is a very long time. I've seen a lot of changes in the law. There's a lot of things that I've dealt with, so not much surprises me these days. So I'm a senior associate, and I deal with all types of residential property, leasehold, freehold, registered, unregistered. Nothing really phases me. I've only been here with Wright Hassel since April 24, so I'm the newest member of the team at the moment. And we've also got Kavita, who is currently on maternity leave and is hopefully due back by the end of this year. And we miss her, so we're hoping that she'll come back soon. That's the team.
Perfect. Well, before we finish this week's podcast, I've got a couple of fun questions for you both. So, Tony, have you got any memorable transactions that stick out to you the most?
Blimey. Well, I think the one that I can say is I was acting for a couple that were selling their house, which was next door to a race course. And I had a call literally the day before we were looking to exchange contracts from one of the clients to say, not really sure whether I should be telling you this, but, and then you always dread those words because you think, what on earth are they going to say? What's going to come out of their mouths? And it transpired that there was a Shire horse in a field, a couple of fields away from their house. And the Shire horse had heard the horse racing going on and had decided to try and run with the other horses, and had jumped over a couple of hedges and had managed to fall into their outdoor swimming pool. luckily the swimming pool, it was winter, and luckily the swimming pool didn't have much water in it and had a winter cover, but it caused a lot of damage to the lining of the swimming pool, and obviously it delayed exchange, and we had to deal with an assignment of all the insurance policy and the payout and everything else, and it delayed completion substantially. But I think that was probably my most memorable one with the horse, and I've seen a picture of a very, very wet-looking horse, and luckily he was okay. He wasn't harmed, but very cold.
Poor horse.
I know.
Yeah.
But not one you're going to be forgetting anytime soon.
Definitely not. No.
Tony, what is the strangest thing that you've ever done at work?
Well, in this firm, the strangest thing I've done is we were having our group photos for the team photos, and I was told that I needed to make sure I was dressed smart and I looked the part. So I came in looking all smart, but nipped to the toilet on the way in, got changed into this big inflatable dinosaur outfit, came into the office then wearing this dinosaur outfit to loads of laughter. And I was then panicking that I was going to get sacked. But a bit later on, the managing director did come and find me, and he was standing by the side of me, and I thought, this is it, I'm going to get fired. And he just said it was really good, and he really enjoyed watching it on LinkedIn.
It was very funny. But the funniest bit was because you were dressed as a T-Rex.
Very orange T-Rex.
Orange T-Rex. And obviously T-Rexes have little arms, don't they? But you were carrying your work
big
bag,
handbag,
your big
yeah.
work bag. You just waltzed in as a dinosaur, like, hello, good morning, everybody. T-Rex with a handbag.
Well, you've got to own it.
You're a classy T-Rex.
Absolutely classy. Yeah.
Brilliant. Fern, last and final question. What is your most favourite thing about conveyancing?
It doesn't happen very often now, but I really like smelly old property deeds.
Oh.
Because I'm a bit of a geek, and I really like the history of property and land and buildings, and looking through what's happened over the years. And also, I think we have somewhere got a magnifying glass, haven't we, that we get out when we're reading indentures from the 1800s that are written in,
Really nice calligraphy.
Somebody has spent probably days. They probably take days to write up, don't they? And if you make a mistake, you have to start again.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the people I used to work with actually had to do it, and he said if you get to the end of the second page on these big A3 pages, isn't it bigger than A3, actually A2 or A1, then you'd have to start again and go from there. But you didn't see any crossings out, or of course they didn't have Tipex in those days. It was
no
Microsoft
really well Word.
No
Tipex.
No spell check.
No spell check. Just get it right first time.
Although half the time I can't actually read what it says, so maybe there are spelling mistakes in there.
I don't think they want you to read it.
No, you have to make up some odd words here and there.
No, that's great. Hopefully that's given our listeners a bit of an overview on who we are and what we do. We look forward to speaking to you on our next episode. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.